getting started, guys. I think I'll take this one with enjoy, and we'll move into Lost World. Super excited for this. Gonna have to get started on Baksteen. No choice. And he spawns very nearby. He wants to get himself the plasma first. Always very interesting to see Baksteen starting the map, because he usually does stuff that's just not quite as conventional. But he gets a weapon, goes over to the algae. I think what a lot of people would have done off the spawn is go over to this yellow first, because it's the closest, you know, resource to you whatsoever. And I think Baksteen's showing his knowledge on the map and actually getting into center map now with the lightning gun. This is, I'd say this is a better start than with the Mega and the Red.
And actually he saw guard, so he more or less knew where he is, so he shouldn't be worried too much that he will cut him somewhere, like in Algeria. So it was pretty...
Like in Algeria?
Start, I would say. But he lost both Red and Mega, and right now this fight is becoming too hard for him.
He wanted to try stand his ground for Mega Health, but wasn't going to happen. He's just making sure that he's constantly mobile and he's not going to get caught up. But with the Red coming up soon, he's playing with fire a little bit. Not caught out yet, but if he keeps on doing these moves, then maybe he will. And Red's taken. He'll have perfect timing now. This is really interesting watching Baksteen play. It's such a slow move. Wow.
I just see it not the first time. It's I suppose it's becoming a trend to just hit long distance rockets and some grenades as well.
Here comes the grenades.
It happens pretty often.
Whoa, that rocket was so damn close. These yellows aren't up for a while. Baksteen, I wonder what his strategy is to actually start getting some control, because the Red's just been taken. There's no hope of Mega right now. Guard's just taking it, and he's in a lot of trouble trying to break away with the LG. Less than 10 seconds for Red. He's thinking about sitting there and waiting for it, but it's just a bit dangerous, and he just spots that guard, goes down there. If he could trap him here for a few seconds, that would help a lot. What a move.
Yeah, really interesting. With direct rocket hit, and right now he knows timing for it, so he's more or less stuck for next fights, and he knows what to do. He knew both timings, and at least he got one of them. The main point is not to miss next threat, and he's doing it perfectly. Hitting again direct rockets. What happened with Baksteen today? He was training them all night long or something like that?
Watching him play this game out of control, at least in the first 2 minutes, even though he hasn't had the resources, I've never felt that he's actually in danger of being fragged just by the way he's... I don't know, just by the way he's playing and the positioning he's taking. Always seems so safe, but watch out, that plasma hurts a lot. Got Red up. Not going for the rocket jump up to LG, but he's got to be very careful. There's still a lot of pressure on him at the moment. And he hasn't ever actually gotten in control. Despite getting the Mega and the Red in a row last time, he was constantly taking too much damage for it to actually turn into something good for him.
Both players decided to stick with this Red, and Baksteen just won the fight. First frag on the board. Beautiful, just mind games, he won them.
This is unbelievable that he got the first kill. Guys, you're watching one of the best DM13 players around. If you want to know how to play this map, then you need to revisit this VOD later on and really pick up the little small things that Baksteen does. Nothing that we need like a DM13 tutorial from him. So 1-0 is usually a very safe scoreline, to be honest. If Baksteen keeps on playing the way he has been, I think he should be fine. Like, Guard's going to have to do something extremely special for him to catch Baksteen by surprise and get a frag. And that's now 200-200.
Unlike Baksteen moves, he just not continue to be so predictable, and he feels more than comfortable when he plays in not only playing by my items. And again, he just caught guard instead of guard doing the same thing. So just
close fight. He does get it. Oh, machine gun hurting quite a lot. 10 health left. He's gonna get the 50. Sort himself out. There might be a shotgun nearby. He's just gonna let guard get away, pick up some items. Well, most of the time when Baksteen goes down to red, he usually doesn't take the same route over and over, escaping from it. And what you sort of with not being predictable at all, it's really a masterclass at the moment.
Five-minute warning.
Yeah, right now they're absolutely do not understand what's going on. Kanadzuma, they predicted that the opponent will go from absolutely another direction, but it doesn't change a lot. Baksteen still on the drive seat, still feeling comfortable and pretty effectively, I would say. Guard just, I wouldn't say that he takes the best positions to attack, but as we said before, at least something is already works, especially on this map.
God, having lost a couple of games already, I mean, he really needs to step up in this group if he wants a chance of going through. If he loses versus Baksteen, then odds of getting through are so slim, because I mean, it's really Baksteen, Claws, and Cypher who look primed for going through the group, unless God can cause some upsets. That was weird. Moment of unsteadiness there from Baksteen. He'll make it over to a yellow armor, but that certainly didn't look like he was following a plan just then.
I suppose it's right now happening what you were waiting for guards. Oof. He just got this mega and got one frag.
He had to hit the air rocket there to make that work, and it's just asking a bit too much. I think when that jump at the red armor, when he just went up vertically in the air and did nothing, I think since that point, Baksteen's looked a bit shaky. Up until then, it was a borderline perfect Lost World for him.
Okay, we're coming back to the beginning of the game. Baksteen on yellows when the guard has had accept a really nice exit from this red area.
It was pretty dangerous stuff from Baksteen. If God had a good LG angle or was a bit more like evil, then he would have lifted it in the air. Oh, what was that, 100 damage there?
With grenade, yeah.
Oh god. How much health does Baksteen have?
Right now 100 and almost 200 of armor, because he picked it up last red armor.
What the hell's he doing?
Wow, 20 HP left and yeah. So close to just die in this lava. But God just didn't let it happen.
God's been very patient. When Baksteen was playing very well, God didn't leak away many frags or anything. And now he's started to force some errors onto Baksteen. And he's really capitalizing from it. Baksteen charges an LG, 29 health left. God blows himself up.
Oh my. All luck today is not on the side of guard. He just was telefragged twice on airwalk, and right now it's just...
Yeah, it's going all tits up, you could say. Oh god, dropping down, not at an ideal time. He would have missed out on the red as well, the drop was far too early. And this is surely... What? One more kill for Baksteen. No items up for a while, so maybe he's going to be careful for a couple of moments. And he might bite on that mega. Spawns in just 1 second. He should have perfect timing. God takes it in front of him. The shotgun works. That was such a good plan, and it looked so promising when God moved on to the mega with his back turned. I thought, okay, this is the holy grail of situations for Baksteen. And it just all crumbles away.
At least some small stack for Baksteen, and somehow he managed to escape from this area.
Ooh.
But guards so hard stalking him, and once he smells this frag, he wants to get it now.
This is so dangerous. The mega's up right now, but moving into this is too much. Let's go for a yellow. There's the one frag to defend. I don't know who I want to watch, Baksteen defending or God chasing. I have no idea. They're both such entertaining points of view. We're watching God moving with the shotgun, but Baksteen defends. Alright, God. This is it. It's the final countdown. You can still make magic happen. But it's going to take some possible miracles.
No, not gonna happen. It's too much for guard. at least today. Maybe next time it will be a bit better.
Such a
Baksteen
nice
taking
game 13.
all awards on this map, delivering a bit more damage and a bit higher accuracy, so not that bad and pretty reasonable one of this game. Next game, what we have next?
The second map, which is... Actually, I don't know what the maps they picked, to be honest.
Okay.
No idea. Someone mentioned you want more products in the shop. Shaka QL, it's not going to be very long before there are some big announcements made on this channel. I really can't say anything more than that, but we've got such exciting things to show you, and I assure you that we are working on expanding our list of products and services. But anyway, I'm in the game right now.
Alright, who are you on?
I'm on Baksteen.
Yeah,
Alright.
go time.
Yeah, Baksteen with a better spawn when you look at the current stacks, having the 200, 100. But it's gotta be a wall onto any item spawn, and the guard with those rails, he is making exactly what he needs to do. Baksteen life to 20, gets the 50, still railable. So yeah, suddenly Baksteen from the better position, he needs to play careful now.
Oh god.
Again, lands his rails. Guard is beautiful right now.
He's always beautiful.
At least on the inside. I don't know what he looks like though.
It's been a very strange game so far. It's been Baksteen just taking tons of damage, yet somehow escaping and getting items. And
yeah, I think Guard should have been able to finish the job at the Mega when Baksteen ran through the teleporter.
Surely this is Baksteen's map pick and Guard picked Lost World in that case, because someone was talking earlier that, you know, Sinister being newer and Guard being inactive for most of Sinister's lifetime in Quake Live, doesn't make sense to me. I apologize, guys, that I didn't actually check to see who picked which map. But
Rails, impressive.
if Guard did pick it, then WTF. If Guard didn't, then why didn't he remove it? I guess there's too many new maps for him to remove all of them.
I guess. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Baksteen's pick on the M13.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just like, why would you pick Lost World versus Baksteen? It's just suicide. But, you know, Guard showed that he doesn't mind playing Aerowalk versus Cypher, so I guess picking Lost World
He's
versus...
feeling suicidal today, so I think that's fair enough.
I guess he just doesn't really... He doesn't care so much for that stuff. He's like, well, if I play my game, I can win whatever. And there's some weird moments there on the staircase. Guard clawing himself away from that situation. Red's going to be up in a moment, and Baksteen is primed to pick it up.
Yeah, and Baksteen again, just keeping himself alive, somehow. Guard hasn't been able to land those rails the same way he was doing in the beginning of the game.
Baksteen just has no idea what happened. He's like, why did I hear the teleporter? I didn't even see him go down there. Very odd moves. I'm going to go to Guard's point of view, actually. I was sitting on Baksteen for a while. See what he can do, because that was such a random little moment.
Yeah, and Guard is not playing too aggressive on the items. I mean, if he doesn't deal the damage on the items, it's just gonna mean Baksteen's gonna stay on 200 while he has what he has.
God, actually not doing a bad job.
And he's actually dodging the rockets pretty well. He did get the Mega, and now it's red spawning. This couldn't have turned out any better for Guard. I don't know why Baksteen just didn't drop down with the LG or something, because he just enabled this for Guard.
It wasn't the most impressive LG from Guard when he was shooting upwards, but it was quite constant. Baksteen let him get a lot of angles for a long time, and ended up turning into quite a bit of damage.
Yep.
And I think Baksteen's going to regret having played above the Mega like that. But I think it's going to be a split on the items, so Baksteen will get himself something. How much health does he have with that Mega? Did you get full 200?
Yeah, Baksteen on 200, 100, but of course after this fight, things are changing pretty quickly.
Oh.
Baksteen left with 5 health only. Fortunately for him, the 50 bubble was up, and Guard in the negatives.
I think Guard was like, right, this is going to be very painful for both of us. If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me, and unfortunately Baksteen just had a sliver of health large enough to survive.
Yeah, so close, so close. There we go, Baksteen does find guard with his rockets and gets the item without any trouble. I like how he still stays to watch the angle there.
Oh, that was a weird jump.
And yeah, guard is already in position for the red. Baksteen missed out on this item. Too bad. Wasn't able to deal much damage either. Well played by guard, dropping down and hitting the rocket. But I don't think he wants to play too aggressive right now. It's gonna be a while until the mega spawns.
Baksteen's kind of stepped away from it. It's the red up in contention. I think Baksteen, yeah, he's gonna slide out, get himself mega.
I think guard missed out on a huge opportunity to stay at mega instead. But I don't know.
5-minute warning.
He can't pick both of the items.
Yeah, Baksteen doesn't have that much to go with him, so that one rail from guard when Baksteen dropped for mega was very important. Baksteen only with starting stack and a yellow. Not good. Guard moving and trying to get off the negatives right now. 20 health left for the Dutch. God, Kratos, what? What the hell?
Man. Oh man. Poor guard.
First frag, and that's we've already had.
Actually the first frag here.
Okay.
And it's over 5 minutes in the game. Good job, Baksteen.
At least it's close right now, but God, you've got to be a little more, a little less self-harmful, a little more aggressive towards Baksteen.
This pretty much confirms he's been suicidal. First they're picking Airwalk against Cypher, and then DM13 against Baksteen, and now literally suiciding in the game.
Gotta go over to red quickly, Baksteen. There might be some juiciness there for you.
Yeah, Baksteen getting both the items, lands one of those rails, so it's looking very bright for him.
God is just checking the perimeters well enough so he doesn't walk into a trap. And that's nicely played from God not to fall for that, because he could have easily just walked over and lost his life.
Yeah.
He expects the worst around the corners.
That's a nice teleport trap there by guard, but it's not gonna help when Baksteen gets the red arm and Mega Strike afterwards.
Oh, Baksteen's gotta be a bit careful. You know, he might. You don't want to feel too safe with 200-200 because you'd be surprised at how quickly it can turn around. I'm gonna turn it over to guard again.
It's only a few higher brackets, and suddenly you notice stacks are quite even, and you might be in the worse position.
Uh-oh, guard doesn't get the red. It took too long for it to spawn. One more rail to end him. Baksteen can't quite hit it. The yellow's up, but God, no way can he stick around.
Yeah, guard instead goes for the 50, which was up. And now he just needs some armor. There we go. Finding their opponents. Red is up, and I don't think it's a smart idea to wait here. There's nothing that's gonna spawn fast enough. He did get the timing, so that's something.
And God's just wondering, what the hell do I do right now?
Yeah, he just wants to land a rocket or something and then run away. We'll see if he is able to do that.
Yeah, he's been spotted out. Rocket jump over to yellow. That was dangerous as hell. It was available during that.
Yeah, but fortunately, Baksteen is not fast enough to switch a weapon. There isn't too much time to try and switch.
Oh my God! Any rail. If Baksteen keeps on managing God's stack the way he has been and making sure he doesn't run out of much armor like that, God's never going to get anything done. He's always got to reset another 20 or 30 seconds before he can do something. And if another rail for Baksteen, there it is. He can't do anything again.
It's just guard's time wasted here.
He's just perpetually disabled.
Pretty much.
Or disarmed would be probably more appropriate.
Oh wow.
Good
guard
rocket.
able to land the direct rocket there like every player should. I really like that though. Waits for the teleport sound, goes for the rail angle and does get it.
It's crunch time, God.
1 minute.
60 seconds. Oh, another rail. This is so painful. Like, every time God's gonna be squinting his eyes. I don't know. He just knows that this is. I can't do anything. Baksteen is just so damn good at keeping me low.
Yeah, he really doesn't hasn't had his foot on this map.
Life is unfair for God.
Yeah, I mean we could see that when it claws double telefragged him on Aerowalk.
Yeah, this is not his day.
These are these important life lessons you learn in Quake. Life is not fair.
Exactly. God, go. You just gotta go for it, man. Honestly, you can't wait around. Mega's getting taken, dropping on the algae. Really, it's a horrible thing to do, but you've got nothing better to do. Just calling GG is like, that's done. That game
He
is...
didn't have anything to do there anymore.
That was a very, very close scoring game between the two of them. But it's like the opposite of what we say sometimes when it's like 10-0 to someone.